Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for leaving a comment, for giving a thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. Today, I want to talk about a sensitive subject. This subject is not for children, but it is about children. And the title of this video is, It's Time for Black Children to Be Beautiful Again. I hope that I am not the only black person in America who is sick and tired of them parading these mixed children around, expecting black people to make a big deal over these children. No sooner do they drop these children out of their womb and they've got them on Instagram or Facebook or somewhere expecting black people to make a big deal over these children. Now, mind you, they're not expecting white people to do that because white people are not going to do it. They're marketing this to black people, and black people rarely disappoint. There they go, talking about how beautiful, oh, the child is so beautiful. Sometimes all they see is the back of the child's head or the child's hand. But they already know that the child is beautiful because they are mixed. It's time for black children to be beautiful again. Black children are as beautiful as anybody's children and more beautiful than many. They have beautiful skin, they have beautiful hair, they have beautiful teeth. Nobody has a more beautiful smile than a black child. And it's about time we started pointing this out to them so they will know. Because all of this is seeping into their psyche too. All of this big moderation, as they used to say back in the day, making a big moderation over somebody else. Making a big moderation over children just because they're not black. Oh, they're mixed. They're mixed with this. They're mixed with that. And they're promoting this to black people. They're not promoting this to the other race of people that they are related to. This is solely being marketed to black people because black people are the only people that's going to fall for this nonsense. And again, I would reference white people. White people don't go on and on and on about any biracial people. They don't care what they look like. They uplift their children as well they should. We've been around these white people for over 400 years, and to a certain extent, we haven't learned anything from them. They are the ones in power, and they've been holding this power for over 1,000 years. Just white people. And so here we are making a big deal over people that's not even our people. Because let's be clear, the big deal is being made over the non-black portion of that child. These black celebrities and athletes and people like that are going off marrying these off-the-wall people who don't even have any standing in their own race. And it's gotten to the point that if two black celebrities have a child who looks like a beautiful black child, that child just might get ridiculed. Beyonce's oldest daughter came out with natural-looking hair and features more like her father than her mother. And Beyonce basically had to step up and say, I love the way my child looks, and insinuated to the people talking, as well she should have, that I didn't have my child for you. I had my child for me. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade's baby had the same experience. Folk got to come in and have something to say. And I'm not convinced these are black people. And I definitely don't think a lot of this ridiculing is coming from black women. It may come from some black women, but I think these are other people who are so used to black people elevating them that when they see two black people, successful black people, having children, they have a resentment for it. A black man married to a black woman raising black children, including a black daughter. Shout out to LeBron James. Can't say anything positive about black women who are making successful strides in the world that his daughter will be able to look at one day and say, yes, these are the shoulders that I stand on. He can't even say anything nice about women who look like him without other women jumping in it. What about me? What about me? What about all women? What about you? Now they have decided that they have every right to fudge in on anything black women are doing, especially black women. A black man has to elevate them over black women. And if you say something nice about a black woman, you better say something about them. Or else they're going to come at them on social media and any other way I guess they can. We are talking about protecting the black family, taking care of the black family. And the way you do that is that you start with the children, nurturing the children in the right way, making the children feel that they are an important part of our community if they're not an important part of anybody else's community. Some of us were brought up in households where our parents elevated us and made us feel like we were the most special thing in the world. So when we went out in the world with other people, it's like, it ain't even about you. Because when I go home, when I go to my church, when I'm in my environment around my people, it's all about me. That should be the message. Black people, celebrity or not, male or female, have a right to marry, date, procreate with anybody they want to. But I believe the responsibility on the black majority to keep this in perspective, to not make a bigger deal over non-black children than they do over black children, because it is the black children who will carry the black legacy. It may not seem like it, but every time black people make a big deal over these mixed children, it chips away at the self-esteem of actual black children. It makes them think that they're not quite right, that there's something else they need. They need to be mixed with somebody else to be accepted or to be attractive. Now, they might have to be mixed with somebody else to be accepted by some other groups of people, but they should not feel like they need to be mixed with somebody else to be accepted in their own community. One of the concentrated efforts that's done to chip away at the self-esteem of black children, black girls in particular, is when they drag out that stupid doll experiment. Putting a bunch of dolls of different skin tones in front of a black girl, and she's got to pick which one is the prettiest and which one is the ugliest. And they'll keep on doing that until she picks the white doll for the prettiest and the black doll for the ugliest. We really need to get the word out, because they pull this doll contest on these unsuspecting black girls. Very often these girls are just telling these folk what they want to hear. But black girls need to be programmed that if they bring a doll out, you pick the black doll, pick the blackest one in the group. Even if the doll is not their same skin tone, still tell them to pick the blackest one, because they're trying to degrade black people and they're using black girls to do this. So just in a sisterly manner, just to support the sisters who might be darker than they are, tell them to pick the blackest one. If they don't have a black doll, just say, well, they're just average looking, or just say, ain't none of them pretty, because you don't have a black one there. We have to stop these people from doing this, because they're trying to chip away at the self-esteem of our young children, and they start early. Now, it is one thing when other groups of people, ethnicities, races, or whatever, when they try to put their standard of beauty above ours. That's one thing. It is much more damaging when we do it. It's more damaging. In fact, it's not damaging when other people do it if we are pulling up the rear and saying, no. This is how you're supposed to look. And you are beautiful the way you are. That's the answer. Black children need to know that the black community is not going to elevate any other children over them, regardless to what they look like, regardless to what they accomplish. And that has to be the message if we want to raise healthy, well-adjusted children. And we are not lying to them. Nobody is more beautiful or more capable than they are. What they need, what all children need, is to be brought up in environments where they are supported and validated, and know that they are important to their community. Their community is the African American community. Black children should never feel that they're in any kind of competition for the hearts and minds of black people. They don't need to look like anybody else, and they don't need to be anybody else. They are the number one children in the Black community. It's time for Black children to be beautiful again, and Black people have to do this. Okay, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.